Accidents happen. That's how we should start today's Off the Air. Okay, we should explain, because I say it, you hold your nose. It's not me.
No.
It's not me, but we want to take you behind the scenes with something that happened recently.
Yeah, so every single Tuesday we have a adoptable pet visit that we show off to try to get them a forever home through our Humane Society here in Sarasota. It's awesome. It's been happening for like 20-something years.
Yes, and these are animals that need help, and it's every week. And we're so happy to do it. And it's radio. Why do we bring an animal in on radio? Well, we go Facebook Live.
We do.
We throw the animal on Instagram.
So we're talking to our friend from the Humane Society. I don't know if we should say her name, but she's great. And she usually does this, the whole pitch about the animal. This is what's going on with Sunny. I'm just making up names. 3 years old, came to us from another county, yada, yada. Right before we go on air, she's like, oh.
The dog tooted.
Oh, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh, yeah, I smell just a little faint, just faint. Well, it got stronger and she got the giggles so hard. You know how you can't keep it together sometimes?
Yeah.
So I'm covering, you're like, whatever. We're looking, you look over and tell them what you saw.
I had a feeling that it was more than a toot, and boy, was I right. We have this pillow we put down for them.
A big dog bed.
Big doggy bed. In the middle of this doggy bed.
Was it this big or bigger?
It was that big.
This? It was this.
It was a medium-sized dog. It wasn't a German Shepherd.
No.
This thing, and within seconds, I knew the dog was going to step in it. So what do? I grab the bed, I fold it up so nothing gets out.
We are live on air, on the radio right now, and he's running around with a sack of dog bleep.
Now, when I moved it, the dog would have stepped in it, so that wasn't a mistake. No. When I moved it over to here to get it out of the way, closer to me, everybody starts gagging.
Because once he lifted can we say shite on YouTube? Once he lifted the bed up above the countertop, it was like, it was straight to your nostrils.
You said that at that point, you got it hard.
I was like, ugh.
Our guest was uncontrollably laughing.
And we still love you. This is not a dig at you.
I was gagging. It was so bad, because I'm not kidding. It was a horse did this thing. And I was looking at this dog like, how did that come out of you?
So in this dog's defense, and we're not going to say the dog's name because we don't want to
It was a sweet dog.
It's a sweet dog. We love the dog.
Deserves a home.
But for the last 3 or 4 days, it has been torrential downpours here from the Hurricane Debbie. It wasn't a hurricane here, but we had rain for like 3 days. These dogs don't go out during those days. This happens with my dog. Every time my dog, it rains, he goes to the bathroom inside. He's like, sorry,
when
guys.
I get nervous, I have to run. So, and we started this with accidents happen. The reason we're sharing it off the air with you is because everybody can relate to this, but the timing of this as we turned on the mics.
Yes. And so picture David trying to not put this stuff all over the studio. He leaves the studio with the stinker. He runs the board.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just trying to talk to her. She can't stop laughing.
She's laughing.
So I'm like, blah, 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 blah. David comes back and I'm like, well, ready to go Facebook Live. Oh my God, what are we doing?
We could do a whole nother podcast on what happened in the room next to me. I found there were no trash bags. I had to go into our existing trash, pull it out of the can. So I'm raiding Peter to pay poop, and I am actually folding up this dog bed like a baggie with a zip tie, trying to get it in the bag. It's trashed.
Yeah.
Had to say goodbye to the dog bed.
Yeah.
And I'm worried it's going to get on my hand. I have a pet spray that I'm dousing it with. It's in my nose now. This was horrific.
Then he ties up the bag and throws it in our promo closet.
Yes, it's in our, which, by the way, I had to remove promptly.
Sure.
To fast forward to the end, our garbage can here in this big building is about
2 blocks?
2 blocks from the building. It is so far away.
Middle of the show, Johnny Honest over here takes the poop bag.
Oh, I had to get it out of the building.
To get it out of here because we do have a small office here. But the other thing that's crazy is our cleaning people are pretty good. There were no trash bags in any of the smaller trash can liners for
No,
some
and we
reason.
needed to contain
The
this
one
thing.
day we needed a bag, David had to go way over into the kitchen. It was a literal hot mess.
It was a comedy of errors, yes.
And we were still giggling on Facebook Live. And I listened to the audio yesterday when I was pulling the podcast. And I am like, she's giggling. I'm like, I know. He's really sweet, isn't he? Oh my God. It was insane.
So we never said on the air that he had an accident?
No.
That is a miracle.
Yes.
That is, we're telling you guys because this animal should get adopted.
Yeah.
Accidents happen, but off the air, we have to share these things because we got to vent somewhere. We didn't want it to affect the adoption.
No.
We still don't. So that's why we're hanging out on YouTube.
I don't want to say his name, but the name rhymes with so many jokes for what happened.
Yeah. I don't think it would be the end of the world if we revealed, we could put the dog behind a dark screen, have it talk like this, remain anonymous. But wow, it was so, that smell is still right there. And
Absolutely.
This is going to upset you, but I have a picture of the mess.
No.
That I'm going to share right now.
No.
I know you don't want to, but.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
What, you want to come over here? I'm going to show it. It's right.
Do
Whoa.
you really have it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
There's no way I would do that.
That's why I was like, you took a picture of that?
This would be the dark web if I put that up.
I'm not exaggerating. It was this big. It was this big.
Okay, well, that's actual size then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you want to compare the size, it's actual size. So there we go. Okay, we just had to share that.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
And I say we share our next rant. I don't know how this turned into a rant channel. But we'll share that for the next one because this one was just, it needs to sit by itself, just like the pile down there.
In a promo closet.
In a promo closet.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, that was fun. Comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're desperate for attention here.
And adopt our company critter from this week.
Yeah, please. Please disregard what we just said. All right. Thank you guys. Off the air.